Welcome to the Petty Show. We're the Bitter Betties, and we're here to give it a go. If you don't like what you see, that's okay, not everyone has good taste. Jeez, we're petty, we're bitter, we're the Bitter Betty Show.
Hey guys, welcome back to the Bitter Betty Show. Woo! I don't know where that came from. It's just in my head.
Yeah, we are. That's what it is today. That's what it feels like.
I know. It's because
It is a show.
we all look a little different than normal.
We do. We're feeling sassy today.
We are sassy.
Spicy and sassy, like a habanero.
Yeah, I made the new jingle that's at the beginning of this.
Yeah, it wasn't that dope, guys.
It was so fun.
Excellent.
And there's a one for the end too, so stay tuned.
Hey.
But we are here with some Disturbed. Carol's never heard this song with the Disturbed version for sure.
Yeah.
We don't know if she.
Yeah.
Sorry, guys.
Even heard the original. Not even sure if you heard the original, right? Yeah. I would be surprised because I want to say it came out in 1963 or something like that.
Pretty
the
old.
Original by Simon and Garfunkel. But I just absolutely love the way David Draymond from Disturbed sings this song because it's kind of like with Last Resort that Falling in Reverse did. Reimagined. I feel like I didn't hear that song until or really understand that song and what it was about until he sang it that way. That's kind of how I feel about this song.
I absolutely feel that way. That Disturbed reimagined this song. I really that's a great way of looking at it. Me and Lacey both have heard it, but Carol hasn't, so this is new to her.
Yeah, and
I'm excited, guys. As much as they've been pumping this up, I need to hear this damn song.
I'm so excited.
To hear it.
Yeah, and Deadhead has not heard the live version from Conan, and if you clicked on this video, you probably know about that too. So we're gonna do that right after this video.
Right.
Yeah, it's gonna be a double feature, same song.
I would put on the captions for this so you can kind of really get the lyrics. But this a little bit of context for this song is it's basically about people's inability to communicate with each other spiritually, emotionally, verbally, all that stuff, which I think is super relevant for today or what's happening in the world today. So that's why I really wanted you to hear this song too, because I think it's because it's from 8 years ago or something.
Yeah, so, he did this. It's been out for a while.
Yeah. So, but I think it's even more relevant now than it was then.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
So, all right.
Okay.
Y'all ready?
Yes.
Yeah.
Let's get it.
Hello, darkness, my old friend. I've come to talk with you again, because a vision softly creeping left its seeds while I was sleeping, and the vision that was planted in my brain still remains within the sound of silence.
Love his voice.
Yeah, I was gonna say the same thing.
I walked alone, narrow streets of cobblestone, neath the halo of a street lamp. I turned my collar to the cold and damp, when my eyes were stabbed by the flash of a neon light that split the night and touched the sound of silence. And in the naked light I saw 10,000 people, maybe more, people talking without speaking,
So, Carol?
Well, for one, I think it sounded beautiful. I'm kind of glad that we're going to do the live version just so I can hear the lyrics again.
Yeah.
Just because I'm trying to follow exactly like the meaning behind everything.
Yeah.
But I was so like captivated, like, you know what I mean? Because he sounded absolutely beautiful.
Yeah.
And so I was just very like almost like tranced by that like I'm listening, but I wasn't like comprehending.
Yeah.
So if that makes any sense.
No,
like,
absolutely. And so what I love about the video is like, and it took me a while to realize, like, there's people on one side that have the sheet music, right? And there's the other people with the instruments. But there's this rift between them, right? And so it's like it kind of represents people of two different minds, or two, you know, that can become whole. They're better together because now you can play without the sheet music. You can't play the music. Without the instruments, you can't play the sheet music. And you come together and you become way better, right? But there's this rift in between people, which kind of reminds me of kind of how
like what's going on in the world,
what's going on to the day.
Like,
you know,
like everybody has their own talent, and together it would make something amazing.
Yeah. You know, it's like you can't really have one without the other. So like, and you're better together.
I always felt this song took you to church.
Yeah. This, I mean, it's well, and with all the context and stuff. So now, kind of with that in mind too, listening back with the lyrics. So, and basically what he's saying is he has a vision, and it left almost like a foresaw prophecy, basically, of this happening. And so he's talking about, you know, I had this vision, and the seeds that it left, you know, planted in my mind. You know, I saw the signs, basically. And so with that in mind, we'll hear it again live, and then you can hear the lyrics. And it's amazing how much this sounds just like what you just heard. So
that's what I'm very excited about.
I'm excited about that too.
Yeah,
I love it. It's one of my favorite things when people sound good on the studio version and live,
because it goes to show that they didn't edit their voice or edit it a lot. You know,
he's a rare talent. I didn't realize how much of a talent he was until I heard him sing like this, and it took me forever. I'm way late to the party, but yeah, I love this.
Okay, y'all ready?
All right.
Oh yeah.
Please welcome Disturbed.
Darkness, my old friend.
Are the captions on?
I've come to talk with you.
They don't have them
again.
Oh, okay.
Because a vision softly creeping left its seeds while I was sleeping, and the vision that was planted in my brain still remains within the sound of silence. In restless dreams I walked alone.
I love when he goes down like that.
Narrow streets of cobblestone. Neath the halo of a street lamp, I turned my collar to the cold and damp. When my eyes were stared by the flash of a neon light that split the night and touched the sound of silence. And in the naked light I saw 10,000 people, maybe more.
Makes it sound effortless.
People talking without speaking. People hearing without listening. People writing songs and voices never shared. No one dare disturb the sound of silence. Fools say that you do not know. Silence like a cancer grows. Hear my words and I might teach you. Take my arms and I might reach you. But my words, like silent raindrops, fell.
Got a little bit of grit there. I love it.
Echoed in the wells of silence.
I love the orchestra.
And the
so
people bowed and prayed to the neon god they made. And the sign lashed out its warning. And the words that it was forming. And the sign said the words of the prophets are written on the subway walls and tenement halls, whispered in the sound of silence.
So I literally got like at that end. Like, I got goosebumps literally all over my legs, my arms, like my neck. Like it was. His voice was so beautiful.
Sorry, the way you said
that.
It's
crazy. I actually found out he was sick.
Oh wow,
he was sick during that performance.
That's why at first he
did that sick.
At first she sounded like like you could tell that something was off with him when you looked at his face, but that he didn't. It didn't mess up his vocals at all.
No, and his transitions from that baritone really low up into like his chest voice and his head voice and stuff is so effortless. Like it's incredible. It just takes you on a journey, and that is some artistry right there.
Like a lot more times. You know what I mean? Because I feel like this song, like when you listen to the lyrics, like with the video, you kind of get a concept of like what you were talking about, like with like the music, like someone's writing the music and then someone actually is holding all the instruments in order to make the music. But I feel like it just like when you just listen to it, like it just could have so many different meanings to like where it's at, right? Like and how you want to interpret it. So it's like I need to listen to it a couple more times so I can come up how it might. Because it resonates, and it's so beautiful. Like this, like his voice is so beautiful.
Yeah,
like it just has to be something I listen to a lot more. I think to like get where I want it to be, like where it's in my life.
The funny thing is when the guy originally wrote it, he was like in college, and he was like an angsty, angry kid because somebody. Like his friend or something wasn't talking to him, or his friend wouldn't talk to him or something like that. It was something very basic for this person that he didn't realize what he was writing was so deep. And like, I mean, it's the message is through the same people not being able to communicate, which was what the song is about. But like for him, where he was at when he wrote it, when you hear it back and you read the lyrics, it might mean something completely different to you. You know what I mean? And I think that is one of the coolest things about music. And I think that's why so many people like are helped by music, is because they connect to it in a way that is very personal to them, even if it's not what the person meant when they wrote those words. It's like it's what it ends up meaning to that person, and that's why I'm in love with this song.
I really liked it, and I like I said, I will be definitely listening again. I love his voice. Does he have anything else that he sings slow like that? It's ballad like.
Well, he's done He's done he's done a lot of remixes. They've done a lot of remixes. I don't know that any are quite like that. That was kind of a special one. I've heard him talk about it a few times and some stuff I've seen, but I'm not as familiar with their whole catalog as I would as I wish I was. I know like the very popular stuff that was out, but that might be a rabbit hole we may need to go down or something.
I'm down with that. Yeah. I love this.
Yeah, you guys, if you guys would like us to go down the rabbit hole of Disturbed, drop that down in the comments. And then if so, leave us what we should listen to, because I honestly don't know very many Disturbed songs at all. I know a few. I know who they are. Like, you know what I mean? But like, I don't know very many. So leave that down in the comments for us. I'd love to maybe check that out and see what else he's got up his sleeve. And then do you ladies have anything you want to add?
Yeah, if y'all know any that are like maybe more singing from him. I know that Lacey and Carol are not really huge into the heavy screaming metal stuff like I am.
Well, like I was a big fan of Down with the Sickness when that was out. Like when I was
I love that song too.
When I was much younger in high school, so that was, but like that's a very old song. So I haven't listened to a ton of new stuff. So, but I do like a lot of heavy stuff. It just depends on what it is. You know what I mean?
My thing is how it's constructed. Mm-hmm. And if you have a break and like, so it's not like heavy hit, growl, the whole song. Like that Donald. Is what I have a hard time with. Right. But like when it's broke up, you know what I mean? Yeah. But I was also really hard for me because that was more like heavy metal, right? Yeah. I was into more like when I was younger, like I was hair bands, right?
Right.
So like I was like,
I do love a good
Bon Jovi and Guns N' Roses and Skid Row and Poison, like Motley Crue, like that's what I listened to. So when you got into more like your Panteras and so like I was like, like there was a couple songs, but like it wasn't always my thing. Yeah. Like,
I would say I always remember, like I do remember him singing though, because if you think back to like Down with the Sickness, like I love that song so much because his voice in the actual verses was just dope. You know what I mean? There wasn't like that song had a lot of singing, and the way he's so emotionally expressive, like it's definitely kind of a rabbit hole I want to go down. Just to see what I missed
in his voice. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, because his face stays pretty like the same, like right, like it was somber, so he kept it real somber. But like, the all the inflections in his voice, like literally paint you the picture of the emotion that you're supposed to be feeling at that time, right? So, I love that. I love that. So, I definitely would love to hear some more specifically from Disturbed. But if you know anybody else that's kind of like that seems more that's like rock heavy, blah, 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 but then has like a ballad type of song, drop that too, because I love to like see, some of those contrasts. So, absolutely loved it, guys. Mel, you got anything else you want to add?
No, I'm just over here trying to think, as I know other people who do things like this. I just can't remember them off the top of my head.
I know.
She's trying to think of them for me. Yeah. But Lacey, you got anything you want to add?
That's it.
All right, perfect. Because I absolutely loved it, and I cannot wait to listen to it again. I'm going to download it right away. All right, guys. Well, make sure you like, comment, subscribe, hit that bell if you want notified anytime the Betty's drop. If you want to help out the channel, those will be linked as well. And until next time, guys, peace out.
Thank you for watching the Bitter Betty podcast. But before you go, if you plan on leaving some hate, would you rather us be real, or would you rather us be fake? If you didn't like what you saw, your pennies are probably in the wad. Take your fingers, dig them out, put your head between your legs before you pout. This was our Betty Show.